I'm Lisa from Lisa Canning Interiors. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a new kid on the block here. I hope you are enjoying my videos thus far. And today I'm giving advice to new parents. So if you are if you're expecting for the very first time with your first baby, or you've just had a baby and you're in those groggy, tired first days of a brand new life, I think you might like this video. Okay, so the first tip when I talk to new parents, so I have 5 children. They are ages 7, 5, 4, 2, and almost 1. Our baby is almost 1. And fun surprise, YouTube, I am expecting baby number 6. So date TBD. I'm pretty sure it's late fall, early winter 2016. But we are so excited to have baby Canning number 6. It's so crazy, but so exciting. We're so excited. So naturally, I get a lot of questions about, how do you balance? How do you not lose your sanity? How do you travel? How do you get out the door? How do you make sure your kids get out the door? How do you ensure everyone's safety, etc., etc., etc.? So I do get a lot of those kinds of questions, but really what I want to address today is if you are a new parent, some things that I wish I had, told myself, or, if I could go back and tell, new mom Lisa Canning 7 years ago, some of the things I would have told myself. So the first thing, new mom, is be gentle with yourself. I think parenthood is a wonderful but also incredibly challenging landscape to navigate. There's no rule book. However, if you go on the internet, there's 100 rule books. Do you know what I mean? So it's a very challenging place to figure out your own, comfort and confidence and identity, and, throw in trying to maintain a career or any kind of profile, in the public space, for example. It can be quite a ride. So be gentle with yourself. It doesn't mean that you are giving up on goals that you had before. Okay? It doesn't mean that you are all of a sudden you've fallen off the face of the planet. Absolutely not. It means that you are doing the right thing you're supposed to do right now. It means that, productivity in a day might look like taking a shower and dressing your child and, making sure you had something to eat, you fed yourself in, and that is okay, that's all you accomplished today. That is okay. I have Achiever as my second strength and strength finder. And I remember when I first had my son John, I was just going nuts because I just felt like I'm not getting anything done. I used to be so much more productive. I used to be able to do da 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 da, and now I feel like all I did was take a shower. Stop that narrative. You are caring for a human being, and only you can do that. Only you are their mother. Only you can create that beautiful, natural bond that only a mom and her child can have. I get emotional just talking about it, hence why we keep having so many babies. I just think it's such a special time in your life that is irrepeatable with your child. So especially in the early days, just let go. Especially I would say for sure the first 2 to 3 months. Just just let go and don't be so pressured. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to update my blog, I have to do this, da 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 da. Certainly if it brings you joy and you can, and you have systems in place where, you can delegate a whole bunch of stuff, so things, for example, on a blog continue in your, while you are in this new transition of life. But please be gentle with yourself and don't feel like you have to be at this same level of productivity that you used to be in terms of what you output into the world, because you are still being productive as a new mother. So really keep that in mind. So number 1, be gentle with yourself, especially when it comes to productivity, because you are being crazy productive. You are raising a person. The second tip I would say for new parents is to filter the advice. This may be somewhat controversial. I don't mean to be this way, but you will get a lot of advice as a new parent. Side note, if this is your first time being pregnant, you are also going to get so much advice around pregnancy. And what's very challenging about pregnancy is that there is nothing you can relate the pregnancy experience to. Meaning, if you were a maid of honor in your friend's wedding, you know, you might be making mental notes of things. Oh my gosh, I really want to do this for my own wedding. Or if you know, I don't know, want to open a restaurant and you were a cook in someone else's restaurant, you can be making mental notes of like, oh my gosh, when I get there, this is what I'm going to do. There is nothing like pregnancy. You either have been pregnant or you have not. And so you're going to get a lot of advice. And so it's scary and it's kind of annoying at times. So my advice to you, whether you are a new parent or a newly pregnant person and going through that crazy, crazy, crazy time of unknown fear, there's a lot of fear when you're pregnant, let me tell you. There's also a lot of joy, but there's a lot of fear, especially the first time around. And sorry, another side note is that with experience, it gets easier. Just want to put that out there too. Again, hence we're having our sixth baby. So, coming back to the point of the advice of filtering out, the advice is, you know, when people give you advice about, you know, oh my gosh, like, what about cloth diapers? Oh my gosh, you haven't, like, you know, oh my gosh, you're formula feeding, like all these things. Just, you know, just practice going like this. Just like, okay, great, thank you so much. And then really just, the best advice I was given is to look to parents who you would like to be like. So, you know, we have a lot of mentor couples in our lives who are, you know, a little bit older than us, a lot older than us, that kind of thing, where we just look at the way that they've raised their kids and we're like, okay, we really jive with their lifestyle, their values, and, you know, definitely still filter that advice, but that, you know, trust the advice of parents whom you would kind of like to be like, or you see how their kids are and you're like, wow, those are some pretty awesome kids. So what did they do in order to, you know, like what did they do? How did their kids turn out so good? But filter, just constantly filter, and don't take things personally. So that's my number 2. My third advice to the new parent would be to treasure this time. It can feel like an endless blur of, I am never going to sleep again. Oh my gosh, there's so many diapers. Oh my gosh, there's so much laundry. And I'll be very honest with you, people will highlight all that stuff, you know, like they will just be like, oh my gosh, are you sure you're ready for all this responsibility? It's a lot of work, you know, it's a lot of sleepless nights, it's a lot of like sometimes parenthood can be painted like your freedom is gone, like your career is down the drain, like, oh my gosh, you're having a baby, well, why did you work so hard to build, you know, your business, or why did you go get your MBA, or why, like, it's all rubbish in my very humble personal opinion. You are you know, still, like, you are the same person but better, because now you are a mom, right? So just like, same thing, be gentle with yourself, and don't allow comparison or any sort of, you know, they said, she said, you know, competition, like looking at perfect lives on Instagram, all that kind of thing. Instagram is very challenging, PS, because it paints a very perfect picture of a life, but on the other side of that camera, let me tell you, there's some gross stuff going on, like, you know, dirt and laundry and whatnot. If you looked on the other side of this camera, people, there's a lot of mess over there, so just FYI. It's not always as picture perfect as we seem. So bringing it back to the point of this tip is simply to just like treasure this time. It's things pass, right? Sleepless nights, they are over eventually. You know, colic or a sickness, they eventually subside. You know, and then you will be looking back and realizing, oh my gosh, like look at our lives, where did it all go? So really just treasure the time, no matter how difficult it might feel in the moment. I promise everything passes. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to know in the comments below, and you can learn more about me and my approach to interior design, productivity, work-life balance family and personal style over at lisacanning.ca. Thanks for watching.